I'm at the Old Rectory, Hepworth, for today's masterclass. Built in 1709, this was the childhood home of John Wesley, who founded Methodism, and his brother Charles, who wrote some of our most loved hymns. My name is Marianne Smith, and today I will be presenting session 1 of 3 videos on LinkedIn. So this is the first of 3 videos on LinkedIn. We're going to look at profile, followed by your LinkedIn connections, and then we're going to look at content on LinkedIn. So we'll start with attracting more of your best customers on LinkedIn, and we're going to look at your profile. The number 1 rule with social media, in particular LinkedIn, it's about getting those prospects and your customers to get to know you, to get to like you, and to get to trust you first. Profile then. This is about making the most of your LinkedIn profile, including your contact details. It's also about giving them the right first impression, how to summarise what you do and ensure keyword-rich experience and skills. We're going to look at how to complete those sections by being clever with the space that we've got, how to maximise your personal page, how to use it to position yourself as an expert and make it full of relevance to your best customer and the prospects we want to attract. So the first part of our LinkedIn profile is our description, our headline, and you have 2 options. It's either what you do, like this lady here, she's a virtual assistant, or it could be how you help people, like this gentleman. So he's given a description in his headline of how he helps local, national and international businesses, but then there's not what to do. So here we have 2 examples. So a gentleman's just put his logo instead of a photograph, which is a big no-no on LinkedIn. And this lady has missed that opportunity to tell people what she does or how she helps people. So use that headline to give as much information in the characters that you've got. So from your headline, we look at your photograph, make it relevant, make it memorable. So if we look at this lady, for example, she manages a hotel in Skipton. So she's got the beautiful scenery behind her. This is the type of clothing that she would wear for work, so she looks comfortable. Here's another example, and this time it's around being credible. So as an operations manager, this gentleman looking fine in his jacket and his shirt, he's not suited and booted, which might make him look uncomfortable, and he's got his branded van behind him. This works really well for trades. Now with a promotion, he's now the MD of the business. So you can see here, the photograph has changed, the style has changed, what he's wearing has changed, but it still works really well for LinkedIn. So we've looked at the description and we've looked at the photograph, but what sits behind that? And this is referred to as the LinkedIn banner. So here's a really good example. This is mine, and I had this professionally done by a graphic designer. These are my colours, these are my key messages. This is something that you can think about to utilise this space. And here it is complete. So I've got my branded banner, I've got my key message, I've got a professional photograph taken in an area of Leeds where I work, I've got my headline, and I also include that how I help businesses. Below the headline is your about section. A good way of doing this is to think about an opener. So I am, this is what I do, how I help people, why I do this, and these are the aspects that I like about what I do. So the about section on LinkedIn is all around summarising it think of it as your best opening ever. Use those keywords and the benefits, those problems, those desires that your customers want to see. Don't make it war and peace. Forget things like when you opened up the business, how long you've been in that area. Think about what you want them to remember you by. So it's not what you do, but what you give. So here's an example of mine. I've opened it up with what I do. I've mentioned how I help people. And I'm giving those customers a flavour of what I can do in a short paragraph. Below the about section is the experience section. Again, keep it nice and short. A paragraph is more than enough. What you did, how you helped people, and what that meant. Make sure in your experience section that you complete it. So when you visit a LinkedIn profile and you can see sections are missing, That's not what we want when they come to our profile for the first time. Now we're going to look at the education part of LinkedIn. Only add from your college or university upwards. Add those other qualifications from industry or from your profession. And complete those sections with the key dates and a short description. And remember, you don't have to include an education section if you don't want to. If you don't include it, it won't appear. Below the education sector, we have our skills. This is an opportunity for you to add those skills relating to the problems that your customers face. So maximise your skills sections. Think about everything you do and how you help your customers, and make sure those skills are relevant to your market. So that is the end of session 1 of 3 videos on LinkedIn. I hope you found the session interesting and useful.